Good morning, chat, and welcome back. Okay, something's not working there. Give me a second. There we go. I don't know what this little thing is above my webcam. I'm not sure what that is. I have no idea what that is. Okay, that's dodgy. Give me a second so we can get rid of this. No, it's not going away. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. We'll try and ignore it. And chat. So, let's see where we're at. So last time around, we was at where was we? We was at the Singapore Grand Prix. Unfortunately, we had a DNF, so we did not finish that race. So today we are actually. Maybe if I can just. That did something. I know what it is now. Oh, okay. Alright. Sorry. Here we go. Right, so yes, today we are at the Japanese Grand Prix today. So as I was saying, we had a DNF in Singapore last time around. We were struggling on the whole weekend, pretty much. We struggled. So hopefully a better weekend here at the Japanese Grand Prix. So to start off with, we have the Purdy Hot Lap, we got Drift, or the Time Attack. And so we're going to hit off with the Time Attack to start with. So let's just get myself into position. So chat, also, the Esports League, one of the people that are running it have contacted me yesterday, and It is going to go ahead. I believe it was in October will be the first race day, so we'll have time to prepare for that throughout season 2 of my career mode on here. As in season 2, we'll be adjusting the settings to suit that. So that is the plan going forward for the esports league in October. So what we've got here. So 2 laps, fastest possible time. 5 minutes 20 for bronze, 5 minutes for silver, and 4 minutes 45 for gold. Also, there may be some changes being made for my stream as well. So I'll explain that into details as we go through the day. But let's get this hot lap done first, shall we? Looking good so far, a good time for the first lap. And that was a good time. That should be gold. That was impressive. So the required time was 4:45. We did it in just under 4:44. So over a second faster than the required time. So that was a good run. So as I was saying, so there may be some changes to my stream. So we're going to be changing the day. So unfortunately, I'm going to be changing Sundays. So going forward, we're going to be looking at streaming 3 days a week, maybe 4 once late in September. I think after the 29th of September, we'll be streaming 4 days a week. So it's going to work out as Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at the minute. So they're the 3 days that we're going to be doing up until September, and then hopefully sticking another day in there as well. That may go back to a Sunday, I'm not sure yet, but temporarily for the next probably 3 to 4 weeks, it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that was a good test for this circuit. It's a long circuit. It doesn't feel too bad, but that was in a sport performance car. So let's go to the race weekend and see how we handle in the F1 car on this circuit. So let's go to the work station. So the race weekend is going to conclude 3 practice sessions in beautiful sunny weather. We're expecting some rain in qualifier and some rain on race day as well. Race day is going to conclude of 27 laps. So the annoying thing about that is that we don't really get to practice in the wet. So practice sessions are not really going to be very valid depending on how long that rain is going to be for. Yeah, a lot of aerodynamic performance completed there, which is very good. Sergio Perez currently winning on the rivalries at the minute. So hopefully we can turn that around. We've still got 4 races remaining for that as well. And okay, so in the performance, we're actually second with the R&D. Very surprising. So, good thing to expect from my team here now. Okay, so we gonna be a problem. Right, after P2, we need to change the energy store and go back to number 1. We don't want to fit a new component. I'm not sure we get a penny for it. Doesn't state. Let's see. Gonna have to get a new one at some point. Have a look at the races left. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to get a new one. 7 races remaining. Okay. In that case, let's go for it and purchase that. penalty warning. So ordering this additional component will result in a grid penalty. The penalty will be awarded when the car leaves the garage following completion of the fitting process. Okay, so penalty, a grid penalty is not gonna, so it's gonna be affected after qualifying. So I'm not. It didn't say how much of a grid penalty we're gonna get, which is quite annoying actually. Right, we're gonna do it anyway. I think we should do quite well on this circuit, so I think the grid penalty shouldn't be too much of an issue. Did that work? Yeah, it fit in 3. Lovely. Okay. So let's go to its session. And that part might not be fitted until D2, but I'll double check here. Okay, let's have a look to see whether that's been fitted. No, it's pending. So
they told you about the new parts that have come in from the factory, right? Well, they're all fitted and good to go. I hope they do the trick.
Okay, let's go with some tyre management, fuel management, or race strategy. The race strategy we want to do with the new component fitted. Let's have a look. Drive a lap without leaving the track. Activate DRS in all zones, and get below the average tyre weight in a single lap. That should not be a problem. So let's start this off. We're going to be using the medium tyre. Oh, yeah.
This test is all about tyre management. Try to control the slip through each corner and take extra care putting the power down at the apex.
Okay. So we get a 10-place grid penalty. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's not good, that's not good, that's slow. Oh dear, quick on that one. Definitely need a bit more downforce on this vehicle. Highway good, time was not. Yeah, I remember this time where that corner was. It's much better. Should be being a bit better than that corner. That's a program complete.
And a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Oh dear, we did it again. See, this is the pit lane. Yep, lovely. Well, that's not a bad session. There's two corners which we can improve on. One of them is the double right hand bend, and the other one is the sharp left bend. But other than that, the others aren't too bad. Time wise, 135. So we did a 140 the first time and a 135, so we're 5 seconds faster more or less on that second lap. So the double right hand bend is the corners 1 and 2, and then the sharp left will be corner 11 or 12. But that was a good session. No one else has really been out yet. But Nick de Vries gets the fastest third sector there. So it's 3 seconds slower than us anyway. So that's just accelerate time. Actually go over to here and everything done. Smashed it. Great start. Okay, so we dropped down to all the 4th, 5th fastest now. We're 2.5 seconds slower. So we have the fastest first sector, but slow in 2 and 3. Down even more. 43.8. 42.6, or second there. 17.7. 18.5, so half a second. So probably a second and a half. Maybe we can get a bit faster and set to 2. Wouldn't be too bad, but 12 fastest time on a medium tyre, not bad. Norris 4th on the softs, up to 5th now. Lewis Hamilton there on the mediums, 134. Our Science, a 134. So we need to get in a 134. So that concludes free practice 1 and a good start. We could have gone out again, but
it's time to remind ourselves of our top 3, who are Russell, Sainz and Fernando Alonso. Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula 1 action.
Norris having the 8th fastest time on a P1. Okay, so we're going to go to P2. We are going to change downforce this time, see if it was any better. Car will be slower, but it will give us a bit more grip on the surface. So let's go over to P2. Depending on what the setup is actually using. Let's have a quick look. Right, yeah, so we're gonna go over to here, use the preset 2. So it's a bit slower, but give us better grip. So fuel management here. Activate DRS zone. Well, there's only one DRS zone. Driver clean set zone. Stay within 2 meters of the racing line for the entire lap. That may be an issue. Okay, so here we go. But going to be on the soft tyres for this one. Before we do, let's just check if the parts been fitted on the car. It has. So for those of you who just joined, we do have a 10-place position penalty for adding the extra energy store. So we are expected to have 10-place grid penalty after qualifying. So over here, fuel management, here we go.
In this programme, we want you to focus on your fuel saving technique. Lift and coast through corner entry to save as much as you can whilst keeping under the minimum lap time.
Bit narrow there, way narrow. Yeah, having that downforce there makes that corner a lot easier.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Saying that we did that within the first lap, I'm going to run another lap anyway, just to push this car a little. Gonna pick quick around that corner. Definitely can't push it that much. I've got an irritation on that leg here. Here you go. So we managed to get this fuel management done within the first lap. So the only thing we didn't do was the racing line, but I think we've only done that like probably 2 circuits. It's not something that I'm very good at doing and reading. 1:35.5, so that time is not good. Right, let me just drive out, flying that. I want to try and get within the 134 mark. I can't get within 134 with this setup, then I have to go back to the balance pre-setup. That's a good start. Not good. Oh dear, went a bit too wide there. Was doing well until that at the end there. run this again. We're getting a hang of that first corner, that's for sure. We're on that one. We were lucky there that the gear change was so quick. I'm happy with that. We can do it a bit faster with this setup, but I'm happy with what that time is. I'm going to pit in. Yeah, it's my best time 1:35, 1:45. It's not quite a 1:34, but I know we can definitely do a 1:34. But it's whether it'll be enough for the qualifying. May need a faster setup for qualifying. So we may need to go back to the balance one. But it will mean cornering is going to be a little slower because we have to brake a little earlier. But acceleration speed and top speed will be quicker. I'm happy with that so far. So let's accelerate time here. Let's have a look at lap times. So still dropping down 4th at the minute. No top sectors either. 33.9, 34.4. So 400 of a second there. Sector 2 is decent. Only 300 of a second. And we're very close here for sector 3. So sector 1 and 2 was a little slow. I think sector 1 was more of a gear change on the home straight. Sector 2 may have been around a series of S-bends where time was a bit slow there. Other than that, overall it's not a bad time. I'm gonna notice. Or he's on a harder type compound, that's why it's so far down there. Okay, I'm not sure why he's using a harder compound though. Because I mean, he could be doing it to save the medium and the soft for future races, but it's gonna be a wet race. Unless he's on about using a hard and then intermediates. Be interesting.
And with the cars now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Verstappen, Leclerc and George Russell. What an incredible practice session that was. But the fun doesn't stop here though. Join us again as the rest of the weekend unfolds.
Top 10 time there in P2. So slowly getting there. As we go to P3. So this is going to be the race strategy. So we're going to do 5 laps here. So this will really get me to fully understand the circuit. We're getting a drift of it at the minute. As you can see, it's qualifier and race day. We're expecting rain. I'm just not sure how that's going to affect me. So here we go. So as you see, we only got 2 of the 3 things there for the fuel management. That's because one of them was the racing line, and that'll be the one that we failed on. And it was for the energy store, which we've just had a 10 grid penalty for replacing. So drive a lap without leaving the track, complete a lap while conserving fuel, and drive a clean sector. So this shouldn't be a problem. The only thing that might be a problem will be the required lap time for this. So car setup. I'm gonna run it as it is. I might run it again with the balanced one afterwards. See how that goes. And then that'll give me a good idea of what I'm gonna set up as for the qualifier. Yeah, that's still on there, right? But I'll make sure I didn't change it. And there we go.
Okay, give us some good, consistent laps, please. We're looking for good data that we can work into a race strategy.
That was not good. Wow, we just managed to pull that one lap off. Much better around there. Ride the brakes earlier but slow, which is a bad idea. Very bad idea. And if we can pick this up now. No, definitely not making this one. I don't know why we're making mistakes on that corner, we never did before. Put caution to the wind there. We knew we were making mistakes there, so. Bit wide there. Yeah, last lap of the program. And that was a very good round there. What corner it was. And I went up again instead of going down. It was covered well though. Bit wide again. That was a good last lap.
Okay then, that's the end of the programme and plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it all.
Wow, this is quick. I had to pull that lap off. And it was fastest lap I've done. We're pitting this lap now. Bit narrowed in and the exit wasn't great. Well, that was a very good practice session. We've got the third fastest time at the minute. Not quite a 1:34 though. 1:35.021. We know we can do a little bit faster, but overall, I'm happy with that. We are struggling for a bit of pace though. So, have a look here. So sector 1 we're in that pretty well. Sector 2 about 400 of a second, and then oh, it's actually slow on sector 3. We have done that within 17 seconds. So we know that sector 3 was half a second slow. So that's where we lost time. That half a second would have gave us a 134. Probably a 134 point 4, maybe 0.5. Which would have put me in the top 3 in a minute. So we know it is doable with the setup we've got. Well, we could do with running it again if we didn't actually get purple. So what I do is go to our setup. Go back to this one. Oops, I wanted to run the session again. But do I want to though, because of the carb parts, and we don't want to take any more penalties. I have to replace. As long as the energy store runs the lab, we shouldn't have any more penalties. Might get one more penalty. May have to change one of these two, the gearbox or possibly the ICD. But we'll go back to, I mean the gearbox is the hard one, can't really go back on them too much. The ICE we can go back to the first one. And we had the energy store which was bought, so we did get the penalty for that. I could have gone back to the first one, but the amount of races that we have left, it wasn't advised to carry on with what we had. So let's accelerate time and see how the rain is going to affect the qualifying sessions. It's supposed to be raining on all 3 qualifying sessions as well. That's not going to be an entertaining. Oh, Norris here, 134.5. He was faster than me on sectors 2 and 3. But again, we knew that sector 3 was slow. And that may have been slow due to the fast left-hand bend with Hulkenberg, because we did get a little rudge up against each other, so that may have been where we lost a little bit of time. Okay, so practice 3 almost over. I know Norris in the top 3, pulling out at 34.2. Get in, Norris. I say you can pull that sort of time off in qualifier. But then again, in the wet, you're probably looking at maybe a 136 to a 137, depending if we wet or intermediate.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top 3. Verstappen, Leclerc and Lando Norris. And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula 1.
Okay, so that's not too bad. The last 2 practice sessions, we had a top 10 time. But as we all know, I have a position penalty. So we could end up starting at the back of the grid. Okay. Here we go. Qualifier. Q1. How's the weather looking? No, nothing new there. There we go. After weather. Okay, it looks dry according to that. We can get out, get an early lap before the rain comes, would be nice. Okay, we're 10 minutes of sun, so maybe there is no rain here. Oh well, let's get out there, get a lap in. Not the only one out either. Not letting me pass at all, will he? That might affect my time a little bit. Well, that's not bad. Will it stand? I don't know, but it's a good time for now.
Okay, we've only got one lap of fuel remaining.
No one get it other than going past up, you know. Fine, don't go past him. Jesus.
We think we might see some rain, ETA about 15 minutes.
Okay. So, Q1's not going to have any rain. not until like right at the end. So, but we put in a good lap time there. I think it was a 1:33, I think. Check that in a second. He was currently leading with that lap time. Front wing damage, okay, yeah, that was with a little collision that we had. So
Car repairs have set us back a little.
a 1:33 dead. Fastest sections 1 and 3. Was a little slow in sector 2. Hamilton 42.1, we did a 42.4, so 300 of a second. But a very good time indeed. So that's a top 15, no doubt about that. And now he's dropping there. He needs to stop in the top 10. He should, or he needs to stop in top 15. He should with that. Anything under 135, he's on a 134.3, so he should be fine. So after Q1, how do things shape up? Lando Norris came second with a 1:33.179. Too bad that wasn't Q3. But 1 and 2 there would have been nice, especially with my penalty. Would have been beautiful. But hopefully more of the same format, me and Lando Norris going into Q2. So top 10. But now weather may be an issue here as it is raining. Well, not. Oh, weather in 10 minutes rain. Is it raining? I'm not sure, you know. We're gonna go out anyway. Put the soft tyres on, but it is raining. Let's hope. Get my pit crew know what they're doing. Oh man, on it. I had a feeling I was gonna spin up. Why they put soft tires on, I have no idea. Let's go in the pit. There's no grip. Stupid pit crew I have. on. Fair time front wing. Don't remember doing no damage to my front wing at all. Skip that a minute.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
It's not dry, wet, right, intermediates. Slow, I know it can be a slow first start instead of 1 now. Come on. No way. It's supposed to give me more grip, not less.
Five minutes. There are 5 minutes remaining of this session.
Whoa! Ah! No, my wheel locked up a bit there. Oh, in the 1 gear, get on.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Come on. Yes, we're in the top 10. Ooh. Well, for now anyway. Whether that stands, I have no idea. It was just above Norris as well, but Norris was in a softer tyre, so...
Okay, heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
So it looks like full wets then for Q3. So a minute left of the session. Do we make top 10? That is the question. Currently in 6th, Norris in 7th. By the time we back this car in, the session might be over. Might not get a glance at it. Session info. The minute. See. In the carriage, flying lap for Verstappen. Quite a few of them are still on a flying lap. And that'll say so. 1, 2, 3. So the words that could come is 9. Oh no, they're in the in lap, yeah. So I think we're fine. We look good. We make Q3. Wow. Now it's make Q3 with... Wow, this is actually surprising. Lewis Hamilton, 11th. Had the intermediate tyres as well. Very surprising for that. Sergio Perez 4th. Okay. So it was about 1.5 seconds, so that's not too bad. Alright, off we go. Q3, more rain, but how much rain? Session info, right, setting me up with the intermediates. Right, okay. So we can, the intermediates is okay now. I was thinking more full wets, but wheels locking up a bit when braking. And that's a very good time with the overtaking of Perez as well. So currently pole, Norris currently second.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Okay. And in the pit we go, currently leading with a time of 1:42.934. Perez in third, and we had a great overtaking on Perez during that fast lap as well. So let's hope that time stands. If we finish pole, we should be starting the grid in 10th with a 10 place penalty. Okay, so let's have a look at the current time. So everyone's been out, and we own the fastest sector in all 3 sectors. First time we've done that. And a 2-second lead over Norris as well. This is interesting. There's only 4 minutes to go, so let's just accelerate the time. See if you guys will flick on. I saw no changes in times there, so it may be a McLaren 1-2 at the end of Q3.
And with qualifying complete, let's review our top 3 today. Martin, Norris and Sergio Perez. With qualifying wrapped up now, we have our grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
To say that we wasn't putting in fast laps throughout the whole of practice session, we were looking at top 10. all the time, and to actually be right up there is absolutely amazing. We did some good driving. So that is it for qualifying, chat. We qualify in pole. We know about the penalty. So we're going to drop down to, I believe, 10th. I may be wrong there. But we'll see when we see the grid on race day. Before we go on the race day chat, I'm just going to have a little break, stretch my legs, have a quick drink, go to the toilet, etc., etc. We will be back
Mate, so
with
unfortunately
a
we've picked up some grid penalties and we are going to start tomorrow's race further back than we expected. I don't know how bad it's going to get yet, because that's going to depend on everyone else. All we can do is control our own performance, and I know you're good at that.
Right, so there you heard it. He just mentioned that we are going to be further back with the grid penalty. They don't know how bad it's going to be either, but I'm pretty sure when I came up in P1, it said 10 positions. So we'll wait and see. So chat, I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And chat, we are back. So, 27 laps here. I believe the whole race is going to be in the rain. Okay, maybe not here because the current day is going to be dry and then rain. So that may actually change our strategy options here on this race. So, first off, let's check out the grid as well to see how far back we actually fall with the grid penalty for changing parts or purchasing additional parts, should I say. Get the words out. Right, finally decides to load up. Here we go.
The beloved Suzuka had a couple of unplanned years away from the calendar, but it's now back where it belongs, at the heart of the Formula One season. Welcome along to the Japanese Grand Prix. 18 corners make up a lap of the incredible figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit, with 10 to the right and 8 to the left, for a distance of 3.6 miles. Average lap speeds around here are fairly quick. If it stays dry, then expect somewhere in the region of 136 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Russell, Bottas, Stroll, Hamilton, Martin, Albon, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Hulkenberg, Sainz, Sargent, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Joe, De Vries, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box. Ant, it's fantastic to have you with us here, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the run down into turn one, a bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation will bring nerves, but that's a good thing. It will keep them focused on the moment and on their surroundings as we build towards the start of the Grand Prix.
Okay, so there we have it. We dropped down to 9th place. Now, I am not going to do any of these strategies, I don't think. How many laps are going to be in the rain? That's the question. Anyway, let's edit this. I'm going to change it to, actually change that to the harder tyre. And that's 16 laps. Oops, no. Not gonna let me change them to an intermediate tyre. That's gonna affect everything. Right. It will not let me select an intermediate tyre, which is very concerning. Can I? Even if I add one, it won't let me put an intermediate tyre on. Okay. 27 laps of fuel load. Got back down to bang on 28. Fuel management shouldn't be a problem. I think that's the way we're gonna go. And hope that the rain isn't too bad. Right then, chap, 27 laps. I'm in position. Here we go, 27 laps at the Japanese Grand Prix. I can hear the gear change, I have no idea. Oh, there, locked up. That couldn't be held, my tyre's locked up. Going that for? Crazy one. Why can't you do that in the opening lap? So there, come off the track.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
Yeah, but at the minute I'm making all the mistakes. Get on.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oh,
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes.
Oh, wheels locked up.
Okay, mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD.
Come on.
Copy.
I just keep locking up. Not good. Qualified practice wasn't too bad. Race day, something changed. Oh, look over. Oh my god. What is going on here? Why? Oh my god. We never had the wheels locking up so much in the practice or qualifiers, so I don't understand why they're locking up now. As if they changed something in the car. I don't know about it. can't even get around here in fifth gear anymore. Oh my god, even in fourth gear, coming around. Taking so much time. You're so wide.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
You said that like 4 minutes ago. Oh, come on. When's this rain coming back? I'm pitting and change my wing tires. Brakes and really there. No, come on. We're about half a lap behind. Come on.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
People are going in the pit. I'm hoping to avoid a two-stop pit. Hoping that those that are pit are going to have to pit again. Oh dear, come on. It'd be easy to get around that corner in 15.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
Not what we want. Let's try and ignore that pitch side as much as I can. What do we need to get? Right, the rain starts to come down now. Now it goes in the pit. But he might have made a mistake there pitting in.
Lando's coming in for his stop now.
If he puts a dry compound on, he could be in trouble. So he'll have to pit again. What I'm trying to avoid.
Okay, be mindful of the conditions. The track's getting wetter. Recommend you stay out for now, though. We'll be much slower if we move on to inters this early.
I'll do one more lap on these tyres then. And I'm losing grip. Again, oh, come on.
Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Copy that.
Come on, get on, get on. Come on. No, do I have to take this corner?
The tyre situation's pretty touch and go right now. We think the slicks may still be quicker, but it's very close, and you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready for whenever you need them.
I need them now. Could have done with them the lap before this one.
Be careful, the tyres have deteriorated significantly at this point. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
This is going to be a long pit stop. Front wing and tyres.
Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
I hate it when you do that to me, man. You bring me out on a corner. Worst thing is now, I'm going to get blue flag.
Lando's in the pits. Lando in the pits. These conditions are only getting worse. Watch out for standing water.
on the curve there. Come on, get lucky. Oh, you're joking. Oh.
Blue flag. We're not racing the car behind. Let them pass when you can. Okay, I think we're still on the right tyres for the time being. Blue flag, blue flag. Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
Oh, great.
cars are definitely kicking up a lot of spray at this point. I doubt we're quite ready for the full wet, but we're not far off. Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta's negative, which means you're going too fast. Reduce your pace.
How slow do you want me to go? Yes.
So the rain's easing off a bit, but the track is still going to be wet for a while. Be careful.
This delta sounds annoying.
Right, drop your speed. Our delta's too low and we're going to risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Doing it again. I would have caught the safety car. He keep giving me that delta time rubbish.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Safety car in this lap, safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags. Blue flag.
Just a blue flag.
Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
Oh, wheel locks up. Good. What's happened? I'm stuck in neutral for some reason. Oh, come on. Still not coming on.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
See last lap. Come on, get round. Come on. What's up again?
Blue flag, blue flag. We're not racing the car behind. Let them pass when you can.
Again, seriously. I've got no steering left at all.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Well, we finished the circuit a lap behind.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
That was a tough race. The car didn't handle well at the start for some reason, and then we refused to pit in. Maybe cost me a lot of
They've done
time.
it then, here at Suzuka. A brilliant win on the beloved figure-of-8 circuit. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the
Lando
outcome of this
Norris
one.
made a
As
mistake
ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about
by
maintaining that
pitting
speed
in and putting a
consistently
dry
over a
compound
stint,
on
over
just
a
as
race
the rain
distance.
started.
So
If
being
you'd
able
have
to keep up
waited
the lap
3
times
more
while
laps,
still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the
it'd have
tyres,
been alright.
that's
It would have
really
won
where
the
the race
race.
was won today.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
But he had nice third. He should have won it. He'd have waited a bit longer to pit in. But good points for McLaren there. But not so much for myself. Back of the grid. I think if we didn't have that penalty with the start of the race at the front of the grid, maybe it would have been a different story.
So let's review the driver's standings. That's a positive result for George Russell, who further solidifies his position at the top of the standings. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
There's a few contenders, but George Russell definitely stood out, I think. A really solid drive from him today, and one I'm sure the fans enjoyed.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
So both Ferraris here on the points. Let's do a calculation here. 15 for Norris, so Leclerc gets 12, Sainz gets 4, that's 16, so Ferraris take a lead by 1 point. So they will increase their constructors lead a little bit. So let's have a look at the race directory here. Incidents. So that's one. Max Verstappen collision with Russell. I collided with Sargent. Lap 3 collision with Viveris. 21 with Leclerc. Lance Stroll and Albion out of the race with terminal damage. And that was both at the same time. That's what caused the yellow flag. So I'm assuming there was a collision that ruled them both out. So it's not showing you the pit stop for the intermediates here. So I mean, I went straight from medium to intermediate. That was the plan. But was that far behind at that point with the front wing damage. We just wasn't able to catch up at all. One thing I noticed, only did one stop, but he did two. Did he go hard to hard and then mediums? Hold on. This pit stop is a bit not correct. A lot of these did a 2-stop race on 3 different compounds. Because Carlos Sainz did not finish the race on a hard compound. Oh well, let's have a look then at the standings. So driver standings was slipped down a bit. Still in 5th place though. Lando Norris closing the gap. Lando Norris getting above Carlos Sainz now, which is a job well done for him. Only by 5 points, but it's enough. But he's got a long way to go to get above Perez. There's still quite a few races to go. We could go above Charles Leclerc by the end of the season. I don't think we'll get above that. 233, 170. It might be possible if he has a few DNFs. So over to the Construction Championship, and here we have it, 4th. Trying to catch up with Ferrari, but a 1 point difference after this weekend. Then they lose. And it looks like Mercedes are going to win at the Construction Championship, and they're 151 points ahead so far. Can't see them slipping that far back. But I'd be happy if we can get above Ferrari and make the top 3. That would be nice. Norris is doing a good job at the minute. We had a good start, but things have gone a bit south towards the back end, or the middle of the season. And Perez dominating the rivalry right now. 12-5. Plenty of races left for me to catch up though, but A lot of work needs to be done. Okay. So the next Grand Prix will be at Equator. I think that's how it's pronounced. So we'll get things ready for it.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready for the next race weekend.
Okay, so parts have been completed without any issues. I'll just quickly explain the reason why these two have got explanation marks on them is because of the rule changes or performance changes for next season. So those parts will be affected. Okay, so gearbox. Yeah, I'm not surprised after that race that the gearbox had quite a bit of wear in it. I think maybe P2 will go to the first one again. Maybe try and run this out through Quato and then change afterwards. But hopefully we don't have to go for a penalty and get a new one. Because that did cost us some points. Okay, so that is it for today, ladies and gents. We did manage to finish the circuit, but unfortunately, very low down. What position was we exactly? So we came 18th overall, so 2 out the race. 18th is where we finished today. Hopefully, you know, we can get at least 1 or 2 more podiums by the end of the season. That wouldn't be too bad. But things have got to change. We're not doing well at all. So then, yeah, that is it for today. We are back on Friday. So we will be back with Quator race 18 of 23 on Friday. Until then, ladies and gents, take care and happy gaming.